The pattern I see in most offices is when one person finishes a task on a project, it's then time for the next person to pick it up, but they are either notified only by email or by a tap on the shoulder or by a Slack message that someone has to physically initiate. So the problem with that is that it requires you to remember and notice that the next person needs that notification. So here's what Monday.com allows us to do instead. When one task is finished, there is a trigger within the system that can automatically mark the next task ready to start and can notify the responsible party for that task. So you stop being the handoff, the system becomes the handoff. So let's dive into a quick Monday.com board and I will show you exactly how to set this up in your office. So this is what a basic Monday.com board looks like. So what we have here is person 1 is assigned to step 1 and person 2 is assigned to step 2. So what we want to do is create an automation where when step 1 is complete, it will automatically notify person 2 that step 2 is ready to start, and it will change the status of step 2 to ready to start automatically. So we're going to go up to the automations, which is up here in the top corner. And we're going to hit create. So in this view, you can see all of these automations that are pre-made, but what we're gonna do is create one from scratch. So in this view, you see when this happens, then do this. So we're gonna click on when this happens, and we're gonna select when status changes to something. So right in here, we're gonna say, when the status of step 1, if you click on status, it will show you the options, the different status columns in your board. So we have step 1 and step 2. So we'll say when step 1 changes to done, so when step 1 changes to done, we want it to change the status of another column. So we're gonna hit change status. And so what this does, it says then set the item status, and when you see how status is grayed out, if you click on that, it lets you select the status that you would like to change. So we're gonna say when step 1 is done, change the status of step 2 to ready to start. Okay, and then we're going to add another action. So it's going to change the step 2 status, and then it's also going to notify someone. So you see this option, notify someone. We'll select that and we'll say we want to notify, and if you click on notify, it brings up this custom notification section. So you can put task ready. So if you click on item here, it will put the item name that is ready. So you click on the notification box and you can put a custom message here. It can say, hi. And then down here, if you hit see more, you can actually select under item columns, you can select for it to put the person assigned to the column person 2 will have their name printed here. So we can say, hi, person 2. The key here is to put an actual custom message. So you can say, step 2 is ready to start. So what I recommend is you actually add instructions in this section. You can have it say, please mark the status done when this task is completed. You can also add special instructions here where you can say, don't forget to check these special items on this task. And that's the wonderful thing about this is you can have the system telling your staff what you would tell them when you're having them start this task. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to close this one. And then we're going to have it notify. So this is where you put that custom message. And then under someone, if you click on that, under people column, you can select the person assigned to the person 2 column. So if you select that, it will automatically send that message to whoever is assigned to person 2. So what this notification says is when step 1 changes to done, then set step 2 on this item to ready to start. And then it will notify person 2 on this item. So to lock that automation in, we're just going to hit create automation. So what you're going to want to do is mark step 1 done. And so that shows now that step 2 has been marked ready to start. And I should be getting a notification shortly. So up here, so it says, "Hi Nicolette Harris, step 2 is ready to start. Please mark the status done when this task is completed." So when you're choosing who to assign to the task, make sure you're not selecting yourself. That is what I'm doing for this sample, but the key is to make sure that it's notifying the team member responsible for that task. And what's great about this is you can also make several notifications, several automations that can notify every single individual in different parts of the process. It doesn't have to be limited to just one. When you're writing a custom message, you should really focus on telling them what they need to do, rather than just letting them know that the step is available for them. So for example, rather than just saying this is ready to work on, you can say, please make sure to update the status to done when it's complete. You can say, make sure to check items 1, 2, and 3 on this project because those are commonly missed. You can really get creative with the messages and keep your team on task because you're able to get custom messages for each status. So I'm curious, how many times a week do you need to let a team member know that a task is ready for them? This should completely eliminate that within your office. Every one of those times is your attention spent on something that a system could handle. So the goal isn't just to save your time. It is to actually remove yourself as the bottleneck from every single task within your office. You should not be the one to have to be on top of everyone and remind everyone what they need to do and keep everyone on task. You can use a system for that. And this is just one automation. Imagine what your office would look like if you had 200 of these working for you every single day. That's what my office looks like. We have over 260 automations currently, and I can't remember the last time I had to remind someone to do something. If you don't have Monday.com yet, please check the description for our affiliate link. And if you need any assistance figuring out how your business could work with Monday.com, I offer private strategy sessions where we take a look at how your business runs and we figure out how to best build the Monday.com board to suit your business. The information on that is at the link in the description. Please like and subscribe if you want to learn more about how to build a business that doesn't need you to hold it together. Thanks.